Welcome, everyone, to Mostly Laughter, Some Slaughter, Storm Giant Shotgun. How are you guys?
Boom.
Party.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Great, man.
Woo!
Okay,
Party.
Does anybody want to do a quick rundown of what happened last week?
We're going to a
Or-
party, man.
Me.
Oh,
Me.
That's
Okay.
good enough.
Okay.
Okay, go for it, Joe.
Dr. Hand screwed up a lot.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh!
I saved the party multiple times. Sasha shot some people. Corporal McSexy Abs over there shot a bunch of people. We met a giant. I think we're going to a party. Rock on.
Exactly. Good enough for prime time.
terrible.
Well done, everybody.
Oh. And we had an amazing car chase / battle with a bunch of hobgoblins in a pickup truck.
That is correct.
Yes.
That's the most dangerous battle today.
Yes.
Cannot forget that. That was awesome.
We also found out what hobgoblins have the equivalent of as truck nuts.
Yeah, in fact, that is what I wound up calling the episode on YouTube, is Truck Nuts.
Truck
Yes,
nuts?
I saw that. That was
Okay.
beautiful.
These truck
So
nuts.
Okay. So, long story short, you guys ended up with a Harple thing, and he's trying to throw a party, and you decide to use your Zen contacts to go to this lovely place called Twilight Hall.
Yes.
Our emergency one-shot contact with the Zed. We decide to use it to summon them for a party. I think that's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Dude, can imagine worse.
John Belushi would be proud.
Sorry.
Okay, this is the fuzzy quarterstaff. Can everybody see it?
Mhm.
Thank you, Joe, for the picture. That was really appreciative. Of course, Harpo and Wizards like the 70s, early 80s for their basic decor, despite never actually existing on this planet.
I love the fact that it's called the fuzzy quarterstaff.
And
Yeah.
There's no insinuations.
No.
None.
Fuzzy.
Yeah, we should all get our minds out of the gutter. It's a perfectly reasonable name.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I will read the color text. It looks absolutely nothing like the picture, but that's okay because magic. Dome circular hall known as the Fuzzy Quarterstaff. It is dominated by a central hearth and chimney surrounded by many feasting tables. There is also a bar with a background orchestra of magically animated instruments. They are playing basically the Forgotten Realms equivalent of chamber music in the background. Something that sounds like from an alternative history Mozart or something. Maybe Turkish dance.
No,
So,
I object. It is medieval disco.
okay. It is harpsichord disco. Yes, that's fine. And the psychedelic colors are used using dancing lights in a glass ball.
We have got to teach these people about 4/4 time. Seriously.
Exactly. Okay, I think you may have chosen the title of this, but we'll get to that later. Okay. You gentlemen are in the hallway as well, in the Great Hall. Okay, so there's a bunch of people mingling here. I will check the other people in the hall one by one. There is a female hobgoblin wizard with a bunch of hobgoblin entourage behind her. She'll be represented by the star here. She is here kind of... In fact, it's kind of weird that you have a hobgoblin inside here, but maybe she's got something to say. Okay.
We shouldn't discriminate against orange people.
Yeah, well, or not. Nah, I better not say that. Okay, anyways, go
Yes, good job, Chris.
on. I am trying to censor my lack of filter.
Yes.
Sword will represent Forrest Banhunter. He's a cousin to the major clan leader in Miramar. And from what you can tell already, he's already started to boast about his lineage because, dwarves. The number one will represent your buddy and ours, Tweet, the lovable, sassy raven, who actually came back with the actual thing here. In fact, I will... No, I can't trick him down, so therefore he's going to have to represent a full 5x5 square. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you got a shrink. That's interesting.
Okay, number two will represent...
Oh, that's because it's using grid. I think if you
don't worry
hold
about
down
it.
control while dragging it smaller, it should drag smaller.
That's okay. We will figure it out. I know what to do.
It does nothing, but that's okay. Okay, number two will represent the beloved Eli Harpel, who's the guy who basically organizes this party, for lack of a better term, to get laid.
It's gonna be a freaking 80s college movie. This is gonna be awesome.
Okay. Number 3 will represent the woman that seems to have come back with the Raven. Her name is Delisha Whitewinter, sorry. She's a raven-haired beauty with a winning smile.
Excuse me, just a second. Are we playing the right game? We should be playing Fiasco.
Yeah,
Find
we
out
might have to
shortly
play
whether or
those
not.
Let's not see what happens during the party.
Exactly. And last but not least, because it's still a relatively small party, because I honestly don't want to build that many characters, a beautiful elven bard crashed the party by the name of Wyn Dafarin. Somebody can make actually, no, there's only one person who actually can. Our good buddy, the Gnome Wannabe. Roll your, lack of a better term, intelligence or history check, because you may have heard of her.
Should I roll my intelligence to see if I remember something, DM?
Sure, why not? Because
I automatically succeed because I have eidetic memory.
Okay,
Well,
fair.
but is it a thing of remembering, or is it a thing of happening to know her, like just sort of a?
No, she does.
history
You
thing?
do not know this person. You've never met in person, but
She
you
has
do
a
know
rep.
she's a notorious animals activist across the realms. She actually is here in part because of the complaining about the ethical treatment of frogs within the city of Longsaddle, which you found out last week. Okay.
We've already
Oh,
killed
it's gonna
Joe.
be a
We're,
good day,
we
folks.
killed Joe. We're 7 minutes in.
Not done yet, although I am done for as far as character introduction is concerned. Okay. The bar is automated
All right.
with a single statue suit of armor that's been animated that's serving drinks. Let's see. He actually has a name. Let me find it for you. Okay. Clatter. He is normally the caretaker of this hall, but today he actually is wearing kind of a little bow tie and basically serving drinks to the various people of various intoxicating value. Yeah, bear in mind he's only familiar with Forgotten Realms drinks, so you might not be able to find what you need. But since one of you has perfect memory, he can tell you which drinks are available.
God damn it.
Okay.
I'm
The
not
musical
going to abuse
thing-
that power at all.
Yeah. Now, that's kind of where we stand right now here. So I guess my question to you guys is, who are you going to try to talk to first? Since I'm going to play this like Ultima.
So why did we come in here?
Does
good
we
question.
agreed to help with the party?
That's right.
Because it seemed like a better
But it's not a
idea
side
than-
quest.
Yeah, no.
Okay. This is about the way you are.
It seemed like a better idea than like crawling through the mountains and trying to find
Well, the Oracle.
evil giants or the Oracle or whatever. We figure if we throw a good enough party, the Oracle will come to us.
There is somewhat logic to that, but I don't know what sort. Okay.
Who am I going to go talk to? Okay, like the true nerd that I am, I'm gonna go and have a conversation with Clatter, the bartender.
Okay. Which picture is you again? I will represent him by number 5, and I'll put him right on the cannon because that's where it is.
That one. Perfect.
Okay.
So, hey, Clatter, what's new?
Click, click, zonk.
Looks like long.
Zonk, click, zonk,
Sorry.
zonk, click.
Translating. One moment.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I
Zonk,
now
click,
have
zonk,
your
click.
language skills of common again.
What's that?
What drink would you like?
I'll take an Elminster's Hangover, please.
One moment. Anyways, he pulls out 3 different multicolored bottles in front of him. One of them, he pops open the thing and explodes. Well, pulls out smoke. And pours the drink in there for a third, as always. Because we all know a hangover usually involves a combustible effect of some sort.
Usually.
Pulls out a bit of rock gut, made with real rock grubs.
Yum.
Which you probably wouldn't
That's
want to
the
get
good
close to.
Nope. I
Drop.
take a step back from that.
Okay, and then I will mix in some of that fermented Catabia's milk cheese
Ah.
for that little bit of flavor. It goes a long, long way.
A long.
He pushes
long-
it to you.
Thanks.
And, no problem. That's
Oh.
me of service.
Has a nice bouquet. Is there a planter nearby?
Yes, sure, there is. I will say that they decide, even though this is a temperate environment, they have miniature pine trees, kind of like mini Christmas trees, along the first part of the thing.
Okay.
Kind of like decorations, kind of like bonsai trees, only more piney.
Oh, cool. So I totally take a sip, and then as soon as Clatter looks away, I'm like, dump the rest in the planter.
I gotta do this. Make a charisma check.
It's a charisma check? Okay.
Sure, why not?
'Cause I'll order that shit, but I will not drink it.
Yeah, no, it's only fair.
Charisma. That would be a 7.
It's not so much a charisma based on social interaction. It's kind of just the effect of the magic in this area based on sheer personality. You know that miniature tree kind of turned red and green there for a sec. Nobody seems to have noticed, but you know, it makes you feel festive if you actually were from the area. Okay. So we got the next step here. And the good news is it did not make it grow uncontrollably, therefore requiring an epic encounter.
Excellent.
At least not yet. Okay. Now the next step is Clatter, nice politely says, is there any questions, sir? And about any of our guests or anything you would like to know?
Oh, yes. Did somebody invite, who am I most curious about?
Who are you most curious about?
That White Winter lady, the one who returned with Tweet the Raven. Do you know anything about her?
What I understand is she just came in from Mulmaster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, actually, it was Hillsfar, my bad. And I always get those places confused. Hey, I heard that.
I've been to Hillsfar.
Yeah. Apparently, she was brought on behalf of Tweet because of quote unquote because the wizard needed a babe or something? I'm not sure of your lexicon.
Yes, it's a complicated bit of language, those words. Yes, exactly.
That's fair. Given the circumstances.
Excellent. Okay. Well, then tell me a little bit about the elf over there, the bard, Win.
Yes, you just heard Armor sigh.
That's good.
She is mainly got attracted because she was, hot, but honestly, I think by inviting her in is nothing but trouble. The Harpnels have been trying to breed miniature animals for over 200 years, and she has questions with the ethics of that, to put it mildly here. She has been protesting, but was never actually allowed inside the house until now.
Ah!
So I expect nothing but trouble from her.
Oh, shit! Thank you, Clatter. I much appreciate that. Okay, so just so everybody knows, my goal for this party is to get Eli and Win together as an item.
Okay. Now he has a quest.
And now I have
his little computer screen. Sorry,
I've always liked the Fallout 3 way of doing quests, where like there's a little you hear burn, and then you hear like a Geiger counter going off.
Okay. Now we know what Davpip's going to be doing for a sizable chunk of the night. I'm going to ask you if there's anything you guys will be doing specifically.
Straight to the cute girl.
Okay, since there's more than one,
The one that Joe was talking about.
Okay, so you like elves.
Yeah, elven chicks. Oh yeah.
Okay. It's
what-
the
what's-
ears, man.
Which one's the
The
elven chick?
pointier, the better, man.
Which one's the elven chick?
The
elven chick.
oh, which
I
token?
think
Here.
that's Win Dafferin.
That's Windafrin. It is the highest number, so therefore it'll be number 4.
Number 4. I will grab Laszlo. And
What?
big
You'll need a
dragon-
wingman.
I will drag him to the elf lady.
Okay. I'll just kind of mingle through there.
Good. And I'll come up to her and like, hello. Can I offer you a drink?
I don't really have a problem with that, but you're just another human, aren't you?
Well,
Just another human. No.
I
My-
be just another human, but I could be the human you were looking for. In fact, I think I have the human you are looking for. I got this mighty fine specimen here. And what I propose...
My friend is too kind.
This is not going to go well.
Of course not.
I have like almost no. So it's so sad. My charisma is super high, and I'm going to play like him with like no charisma. So I'll be like, yes, I have this. I am not just your everyday human, nor is my friend, and I have a proposal for you. Would you care to hear our proposal?
It's not some of that freaky human stuff, is it?
Well.
Freaky.
Well,
I want to define it freaky. Let's put it this way. Have you heard of science?
I am not familiar with that word.
Science is
Science.
like special magic.
Magic, I know.
Yes.
No?
So, in the name of science, what I propose is a union between my friend and you. And all
I think
request-
maybe we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves.
and all I request,
It's good to meet you both. I'm Laszlo.
you know me. It's fine. So.
I'm pretending I don't though, because I think
Because I'd be really bad about this.
Well, when I say both, I sort of include both the elven chick and the hobgoblin chick, who's also right there, right?
Oh, and you see Dr. Hand's like, ooh, a 2-for.
The heads.
Even though you are worthless humans, I am not completely unamused by the idea. As the hobgoblin lady speaks, and she's obviously eyeing Laszlo.
Everybody's like Laszlo.
his appeal goes across species, apparently.
Yeah. Even though you're most likely a racist bastard who guns down my people.
No.
Well, not exactly. We did have a bit of a run-in, but we didn't start it. It just happened that way. You know how these things are.
It wasn't based on who you are. It was just based on circumstance. I must say, my friend Laszlo will happily defend anybody from anybody.
Is that right? Well, big boy, since we're not actually allowed to fight in here, you and I at the bar. Drinking contest.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, if you like hanging out under tables.
I'm gonna put that on the back burner for now.
Okay.
Yay.
Well, I'm gonna assume you're over there now. Oh wait, you have to get Eli.
I'm actually looking for Eli first.
Okay.
I see Hans and Laszlo. I maybe notice Hans and Laszlo talking to him. Like, I don't know what they're going on, but I'm pretty much going to assume they're going to screw it up.
Yep, pretty much.
Do we want to do Sasha first?
Sure. Yeah, Sasha, sorry, we've been ignoring you. Okay, Laszlo and a hobgoblin, for lack of a better term, wizard, are trying to outdrink each other under the table. Mr. Hans is talking to a lovely, for lack of a better term, as far as you can tell, an elven hippie chick, but then again, most elves are hippies, so it kind of is redundant. There's a raven-haired beauty, and there's your patron, Eli. There's a small raven, and there's a dwarf who's sitting there, who's walking around saying, dwarves do it better.
What does Eli look like?
Eli is looking around. She's actually talking to the raven-haired beauty right now, Delisha Whitewater, which is why they're beside each other. And in the corner, on a pedestal, Tweed is watching them both. He's not looking particularly mean or vindictive, but he is watching.
I mean, like, is he human or what?
Oh, he's human. He's a 20-some-year-old wizard.
I walk over to them, and this is just for me.
Okay, fair enough.
I walk over to the girl, and I put my arm around her waist like this, and hello, you pretty lady. What do you do?
Sweet. I want a charisma check because Ela looks absolutely stunned at this. The Delisa is going, meh, I've had worse.
Charisma check?
Charisma check. I want to see how she responds. And it's, oddly enough, not for Delicia.
Oh, 8. Yeah, not very good.
Okay, well, the good news is Delicia doesn't mind. The bad news is Eli's kind of going, that would be hotter.
I know, right?
Okay. Yeah, Daffy. That's Daffy literally saying that here because you guys are like right next to each other.
Yeah, that would be.
He says, I want hotter. Is that what he said?
Sorry?
I didn't hear what you said. I want hotter?
Yeah, it wants hotter. Wanted hotter.
He
He thought it would be hotter. You know, girl and girl.
Okay, so...
Okay.
He's confused. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
No,
And of course, Daffy goes, I know, right?
And Deb is like, I know, right?
I step forward and I go, listen, young buck. If you saw what I was capable of, then you would throw up your pants and run home and crawl back into your mother's womb yourself, the way I make love.
God! I am both horrified and intrigued at the same time. As Tweet goes, meh.
Meh.
Okay. Come on, man. You haven't lived till you've lived with a real dwarf, man. Yours may be short, but we are wide.
No!
The whole, internet censored. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, internet.
I just looked at it and I was like, what is all of this? All I know is that I already had beautiful man. It was wonderful love making. I want a beautiful woman to make love to me, and you're it. And I grab her and I proceed to like drag her somewhere.
Okay, she is not going to resist. She looks at Tweet. Tweet goes, meh. Okay. I will allow you to pull yourself into another room just because it'd be interesting and also it'd be fun to see what's actually in this bloody place. Now, so I guess you can go into the hallway. Actually, the hallway or I6 or I8. Or are you gonna just try to do it in the same room as everybody else?
Oh.
No, I'm gonna go into another room. But this is, and when I get her alone, I go, listen, I like you. You're very pretty. I just wanted to save you from all the people drooling on your beauty. Women like yourself shouldn't have to behold them, be subjugated to that. I know what it's like when you have men all over you and wrestling for you. I had 10 men out of Siberia with knives wrestling each other to find which one would take my virginity. But that was back in, the 80s.
You're from Rothermar, aren't you?
Yes, I sent the Raven to get you Z-Boys over here for the party. You said if we needed your help, I don't know how to throw a party in this world. I figured it was the best use.
Yeah. Sweet and I go back a long way. I used to know him before the change.
Ah,
Free feather tweet.
man or is he man trapped in Raven?
Kinda. He's kind of under a curse, which is part of the reason why we have to work with the Zens at this time.
This isn't like that stupid movie called Lady Hawk where
I do not know that reference whatsoever.
the woman is hawk and man is wolf, and they switch places during the day, like when the sun sets.
Oh.
They switch places. You remember that?
No, it's totally outside my skill set, but I do know about curses, and it sounds a lot like that, according to your movie.
Oh, I see. Well, yes, the only way they destroyed it is by killing the wizard.
Sorry?
Only way they stopped is by killing the evil wizard who cast it on.
That's one way to do it, but I wouldn't say too much. There's
Oh,
a
really?
lot of things. Tweet's a good guy, but there's a lot of stuff he is magically compelled to do. So it's a good thing we're saying this outside the room.
Is the wizard in this party? That's
No, I'm afraid not.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would not be unopposed of him dying a horrible death.
Well, let me introduce my services to you. See, this beautiful sniper rifle. I can hit someone from very far away, and I bullet in brains to stop function of thought process. Very.
He hands you a bag of coins, it's all I have, and a drawn picture of a wizard, which I will give you later.
I see.
It's only about 20 gold pieces. It's not a lot of money.
All right, but I get to brag to everyone that we did it back here.
I do not have a problem with this.
All right.
Thank you. Bless you. Sorry, I never caught your name.
Sasha.
Sasha, you are a wonderful woman.
Unless you do want to do it back here, then I'm not opposed to that either. But that's your choice.
Well, I don't think Tweedle minds. He was playing before. If you really want to,
We have an arrangement.
Yeah, we have an open relationship as Metamorphosis. Okay. So I'm gonna throw you guys an I6 just because I think it'd be funny, and I'll put you on the back burner for now.
Alright, that's fine.
And I think I'll go back to Dav, Pip, and Dr. Hans because that's the next one on the scocket.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
Once
know if I
again,
want to
Dab
play
Pip-
Dr.
Once again, Dab Pip and Dr. Hand seem to be he had cross purposes.
Exactly. I think what we'll do is we'll use a roll that our good buddy Joe created.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have opposing checks.
Uh-oh.
Unless you guys are working together, because we came up with a whole bunch of crazy ideas in order to do for social interaction.
Uh-oh.
And since you guys are kind of at odds, I think I'll have you guys have a bit of a roll-off.
Ooh,
But I
we
gotta
can do
verify
that.
what you guys want to do. Okay?
Let's do it.
So Eli wants to get the elf and with the wizard, basically.
Okay.
And what do you want?
I'm trying to get Laszlo with the elves this for scientific curiosity, see if they can mate.
Awesome. She seems to be more interested in the hobgoblin right now, but that's okay because they're both getting sloshed. So, I will allow that, but I will allow you both to make a single. How do you want to do this? Since you guys are opposing, I guess I'll base it on the best 2 out of 3 rolls.
Okay.
Opposing charisma checks, or if you have social skills, or if you want to cheat using mechanical or drug-like connotation. I'm not
drugging anybody. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Good choice.
I will
Good
not.
choice.
I will not go down that route.
Thank you. The purposes of the X card. I do appreciate.
Yes. Not with NPCs that cannot defend themselves.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Actually, I think I'd be more terrified if you end up pissing on both off.
Anyways, my drugs don't do that. All my drugs are going to do is make him go on an adrenaline high and start killing us all. That's probably not a good idea.
Well, if you roll a 1, I'm just saying.
Yeah, sure.
What, your kit doesn't include any aphrodisiacs?
No, my kit is all like, hey, do you want to increase your saving throws? Sure, let's increase your saving throws.
Exactly.
What kind of ultramodern doctor are you if you don't have Viagra?
Well, I will ask my GM permission to use my herbalism crit to create some. And you know what we're going to call it? We're going to call it hardwood. Yeah.
Oh. I will allow you to roll that instead of a charisma check if you want to do.
No.
No.
I'm going to make my persuasion checks and not, like, drug people.
We brought in guns, we brought in vehicles, we brought in modern medicine, but what eventually allows us to take over the realms is Viagra.
Well, yeah.
Well,
That
yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And that's how half-breeds are made. Half elves, half orcs, etc. Then we learn a whole new different types of species crossing.
Peace was brought to the realms. No wars ever occurred.
Okay. Then I'm going to ask you both to make charisma checks to see how this plays out.
Okay.
But I'll warn you right now, the dwarf is trying to edge themselves in on the elf check. Maybe it's because he's bored, maybe because he's a jerk.
Ooh.
What I'm hoping to do is provoke a fight between, like, because the dwarf is, like, rude and obnoxious, right? Like, we've already seen that.
Absolutely. You know, he thinks he's a dwarf. He knows it there.
I'm going to try and provoke him to, like, high levels of obnoxiousness, and then I'm going to try and get Eli to come in as the savior and see if that works.
Okay.
Always works for gnomes. Maybe it'll work for elves, too.
Yeah, it's part of the... Well, that's the romantic pranksterism that happens during a proper gnome relationship.
Okay, so maybe on that realm then, since I know Laszlo is interested with hobgoblin check, and that's still kind of scientific curiosity, maybe because me and Joe have been at odds since the start of this campaign somehow, I will definitely try to get the elf check to see the light that, you know, like a good little dwarf is a good thing. And that's still scientific curiosity.
This has gotten weird, and I love it.
It's so weird.
Okay, since
I don't care about the elf check. I just want to see if others can mate.
Well, you do know about half elves, and you're kind of curious how far that reaches.
Ooh,
but does Dr. Hands know about half elves?
He
Was
might
he
not.
briefed?
I might not.
I think we could assume that he skipped that part of the debrief.
That's fair.
Okay. So, persuasion checks.
I think it'll be opposing persuasion checks to decide what happens for the first round.
Okay.
And then we'll see. Well, we'll reevaluate. It'll be the best out of 3 to see what happens, and you might learn something else here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, guess what? Dr. Hans, you get to make your narrative right now because you know what you're trying to do. I want you to talk it out.
Well, so we have the dwarf kind of move on to the elf check.
Yeah, and of course her response is, ew, gross! And
Ew,
that's used
gross.
to.
So I think my persuasion for maybe either her or maybe more appropriately the dwarf is to guide him in like a missile.
Okay.
and to kind of go like, no, see my boisterous friend. You see that fine female form? She's not interested in boisterous. We must make you a fine specimen. It's not your size. It's your attitude. Now, I must say, we're not going to change your attitude because that doesn't happen. What we need to do is we need to give you a new image. Now, we don't have time to do a complete makeover, but I think we can suss something up. Here, buy her a drink and give her a flower or something. I don't know.
When do dwarves do flowers? How about I give her a shiny gem instead?
Money might be good. How about you give her a gem and a flower?
I don't have a flower. Do you
Money
have a
could
flower?
be taken the wrong way.
Oh, good lord.
Do I have a flower? Yeah, you can take her this flower.
I'm not familiar with this flower.
It's marijuana. It's the best flower ever.
Goes up to the lady with a flower, a small onyx gem, and says, "This strange plant that was given to me pales in your beauty, and this gem represents the beauty of the earth, etc., etc."
He's so bad at this.
Okay. So she says, "Thanks, I think." So
I'll
obviously
come up to him while this is like kind of whisper in his ear. The light in your eyes is like the gem, but the gem is much dimmer. Say that.
the light in your eye is as bright as your gem, but the gem is much better. Okay. And now it's time for somebody with perfect memory to roll his intelligence check.
Alrighty. Yes. Although you're the one that succeeded, so technically I'm even worse than you.
Well, that's the problem is you were about to interfere, but Eli overheard the conversation and is crying on your shoulder right now.
Roll of 8.
He looks familiar. You've
Eli?
seen this dwarf before, and it's not something normally here. You can't quite put your finger on it, but he looks familiar.
Shit, why can't I remember you? That's weird.
No, that is very weird.
It's very weird. Why can't I remember you?
How many dwarves have you run into since you started this thing? And I will leave it at that. That was round 1. Okay. Round 2. I need opposing charisma checks, although it will substitute sense motive if you guys prefer. Or if you actually something other there. Also, Eli is giving Davpip advantage because he actually does know a lot of shit. Cool. And in order to do so. And also because I want to have a bit more contentious here.
Is that insight? Because I have insight.
You have insight.
That is insight.
I will roll insight.
Are these opposed insight rolls?
Okay.
That doesn't suck.
That's perfect for me. Okay, you now remember who that is.
Ooh, how's that? Who's that?
That is not Bran, whatever his name was.
Uh-huh.
You remember your wanted poster, and it looks suspiciously similar.
Did I
Oh,
see the
shit.
Did I see
Wanted
the
poster.
Did I see the wanted poster too, Chris?
Absolutely. Everybody saw the wanted poster.
Oh, hang on. Can I make my insight check too?
Sure. Holy! Okay, you look it up, you say, come on, and suddenly you realize this is Warble the Weevil Forkbeard wanted for theft and murder across 6 different kingdoms.
I now have a new best friend.
What?
Okay. So he's wanted for thievery and murder.
Yes.
Do I remember what kind of thievery and murder he was wanted for?
It only said it on the poster, but he is worth a sizable chunk of change if brought in alive.
Hmm. And sorry, what was his name again?
Warble the Weevil
Evil.
Forkbeard, who is posing as Boris Bradhammer.
Okay. I have my plan for the round.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now, since you guys are basically rolling this just to make things interesting,
Okay, so
let's hear the plans and then we'll roll dice.
I'm gonna try and find an excuse to. Okay, no wait, Gnomish won't work because Gnomish is close enough to Dwarvish that he's more likely to speak it than she will. And probably neither of them speaks Giant. Again. Ooh, is Windafferin the animal activist? Is she well known for dealing with giants by any chance?
I did not decide this. We will make it a straight 50-50 roll.
Okay. I say hi.
Okay. Roll D4. 1, 2, no. 3, 4, yes.
Okay, D4.
Yes, she speaks giant, as far as you know.
Oh, okay. So
Very
I come in and I sort of awkwardly insert into the conversation that old giant saying, meet me outside the privy. There's something you need to know about this dwarf.
That very exact giant saying.
It's a very exact giant saying.
Okay.
I'm betting that he doesn't speak it, but she does.
Yeah. Well, the good news is he does not speak that language, as far as you can tell. He looks strange saying?
Yes, I believe it translates roughly into, well, it translates into Gnomish as, and then I give an expression in Gnomish that's like, always make sure to oil your gears before you spin your crankshaft.
Exactly.
Hello.
A good
Very important.
lubrication
Yes.
is a fine machine.
Yes, exactly. Good
Always
lubrication is
lubricate your machine before you're used.
Okay,
always
that works. Thank you.
excellent.
Okay.
And then
I will still need a precision check, but it will give advantage to Daffy because now he has a plan and he's able to use a skill. Unless Dr. Hans does something to countermatter it because, he's a jerk.
So my countermatter is I need to get these two in a room. Somehow.
Okay.
I'll let Dav Pip go because I think we're on the same mindset. We're just doing it different ways.
Okay.
I just kind of want to get a dwarf now.
Dr. Hans just wants to get himself a dwarf.
That is fair, given the circumstance.
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Then I will allow you to make a charisma check with advantage, Joe, and I'll let you decide.
Okay. And I will be doing, is this persuasion or just straight charisma?
Persuasion works.
Okay, wait, it's the same thing for me anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
Natural.
Oh my.
There you go.
Okay. I was gonna let you figure it. She's gonna figure it out either way, but because you rolled a natural 20, she's gonna be discreet about it.
Ah, excellent.
I will split the bounty with you.
Excellent. And then I sort of like I motioned to Eli like, hey, we got to go talk about something outside here.
Okay. And then I'm gonna leave you there because I want to deal with Laszlo now.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay, Laszlo.
Yes.
There is this hobgoblin lady. You're at the bar with Clanker. What was his name again? Clatter.
Clatter.
Platter.
Okay.
Clatter.
I represent the ancient hobgoblin prophecy of don't stop till you drop.
What?
Okay. It is an ancient thing within my people to show the true tenacity of the people. Bring out the hobgoblin blood of the earth. Everybody sighs in the room, including the raven, just for a moment.
Just
Hey,
so I
pitch
know
black
what I'm
bottle is
getting
put in the
into,
thing
what
with
what
the
is
parashot glass.
in this blood of the earth?
It is an ancient drink of my people that shows true tenacity in all forms. We are raised on this stuff.
All right, I'll cede you that advantage. But what does he need?
Well, the good news is it's mostly a version of vodka by your language, I believe it is. Mixed in with various weird runes and herbs. Honestly, I'm not totally sure. He asked one of our attendants, "What the hell is in it?"
You don't know.
You don't know, but it's sacred, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. Let's do these things.
Okay. Okay, now we're rolling constitution checks because, you know.
Because alcohol.
Okay. And are we rolling? We're doing constitution checks, not saves.
Yeah, just constitution checks because it's basically a constitution off.
Okay.
You're not saving for poison. You're not going to die from this experience. It's a social encounter.
Well, it is poison. I mean, we're probably gonna give ourselves alcohol poisoning to some degree. But
Oh yeah, I can see the look on Chris' face from here. Okay. You want me to go first, or do you want to have the honor?
I'll go ahead. I'll quaff hard. I like this.
Okay. You're both standing on. You're doing a little better, just a little. But you can definitely tell. I don't know. She's a lot hotter than you thought she was.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Yeah,
when she alerts in her first thing. The fire giants are on the prowl, as you know. And since you have some of the best abs I've ever seen in my life, I think I can confer this with you.
That's kind of you. I would like to know what these fire giants are up to. I've heard they build big machines, like very big. It worries me.
That is true. They're ungodly built machines. They're back in the old days when they fought the dragons. They were the size of continents, where essentially both sides lost, paving the way for other races back in the day. But the dragons invaded our territory about the last couple of years, where the Dragon Queen Tiamat almost came back. She was defeated by an unknown set of adventurers, but because the giants stood idle, the ordning was broken by the god of the giants. Now every giant is trying to put themselves higher in the pecking order. And we think our best bet to survive this encounter is to pick on the right horse. We believe the fire giants will because they seem to be well organized, they have the best toys, and they've already allowed access to things that we wouldn't normally have.
I see.
In fact, damn. Okay, he's not. Okay, does the phrase "my eyes are up here" mean anything to you?
Oh, sorry. I like your dress. It's very nice.
Okay. Yeah. Well, actually, it's the other way around, but I'll get that later.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's kind of what you're getting out here. Okay, I will leave that for now. Sasha, is there anything you want to do? Otherwise, I might just go into the great chase of the dwarf guy and see if you guys can capture him. Now, bear in mind, it isn't a sanctuary spell. You can't actually kill him.
Expressly don't kill him. Give him away that way.
But if you convince him to, go outside to the alley and
Or to join
he
our
happens to get knocked out, well then, who could complain?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to try to escort him off the premises.
Well, hang on.
I was trying to get him to join our party.
Okay.
All the chicks, man. All the chicks.
Money for
Yeah,
nothing.
because there's so many women we're running into on our adventures.
He doesn't know that.
Okay.
All of the murder and thieving. Well, yeah, that we have been doing a lot of.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to type.
Yeah, true enough. So
Okay.
my intention here is to get Eli and Wynn together, and get them to work together to take down Warble. That's my plan, and then hoping that enough of a a truce will be struck so that they'll hear each other and then get together on this whole breeding miniature animals thing.
Okay. Eli grudgingly comes over with Dav Pip and says, "And then I get laid?"
I can pretty much guarantee you that if you bring in a wanted criminal that's worth 5,000 gold, someone will want to have sex with you. Probably not going to be.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be me. Might not be Win, but yeah.
Okay. Then you're the best wingman ever.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
We bro fist.
Yeah. You definitely bro fist because it's always good to use topical humor in the middle of a fantasy game.
Exactly. He's a wizard and I'm a mechanic. It is the most awkward bro fist ever.
Yes. That's one of those ones where you kind of fail at it, but nobody wants to admit it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I'm going to treat this like a skill montage because I think now that we have most of the party involved, I will allow everybody to be involved in this because I think it'd actually be kind of cool because you get back here about 10 minutes later. I will let you guys decide whether or not what was her face? Delisha and you did the thing here, but she will brag that you were one of the greatest lovers she ever had of all time, regardless of what actually happened. Sasha?
Okay. Well, I walk out there like nothing happened between us, but then I'm like, I give a nod over to Laszlo, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Because you made the Constitution check, I'm going to let the Hobgoblin sit for now, because that way she can be a recurring character later. And because there's actually money to be made now. Okay. I will use one of Joe's rolls he created a long time ago. Let's see what I'll grab. It'll work. Because he created skill challenges here.
Yes, he did.
And,
we're going to give him a try.
Exactly. Now, bear in mind,
Okay,
this will be
so-
converting from 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, but
Yes?
are we all on the same page? I just want to make sure, because I mean, Laszlo doesn't know what the deal is.
That's true.
No.
But if he did have full information, he'd care much more about like making money than helping this wizard get laid. He just that's a fun goal, but it's not his goal.
Yeah, I wasn't part of this conversation, so.
That's true.
That's
if it
true.
goes down, I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But if it does go down, I'm going to be on the side of my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm thinking the equivalent for this, based on Joe's old 3rd edition rules, we're going to have to figure out the 5th edition equivalent, is the heist. The original primary skills were perception, sabotage, sense motive, and diplomacy, which means it would be perception, which doesn't change. Use tool check if you want to throw him in the back of your truck.
Because he's such a tool.
And persuasion.
It's such a tool.
I will allow these at straight roll check, and I will allow the following at disadvantage unless you can figure out a way around it.
So we need to get Laszlo and Leo in on this somehow.
That's going to be up to you guys to figure out.
Hmm.
I will let you guys figure out how to do that first before we start the skill challenge. Okay.
So, what I would do
Mm-hmm.
is, like, what Dab Pip is going to do is Dab Pip's going to go over to Laszlo. Because so far, let's be honest, from Dab Pip's point of view, Laszlo is the most reasonable member of the party besides himself.
After all is said and done, despite you guys bickering ahead things, that's so sweet.
Laszlo's like, I shoot things. It is fine. I'm like, yeah, I get that. So that's just like wanting me to drink vodka and shit. I don't know. So I walk over to Laszlo and say, hey, Laszlo. Sorry to interrupt.
Have you met my new friend?
Just briefly, yes. I'm sorry. I was going to say, I'm sorry I forgot your name, and then I realized, no, I haven't. I'm sorry, I don't think we were ever introduced.
I am. Hang on, let me grab the sheet of paper so I can actually get the right name. Theresa Firespur of the Flaming Femurs.
Oh! Oh!
Like that?
Oh! Well, hello. Oh, I like that spelling. That's a good one.
Yeah, that works. I'm changing that
Wow.
because that's more cool.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Firespur. I apologize. I have to take my friend away for a minute here on some urgent business.
I'll be here for him, haunting his dreams.
Oh. Well, I can't say you're wrong.
I sort of pull Laszlo over to a corner here where there's nobody. There's likely not anybody listening in. I could see why you like her.
She's fun.
She's yes, equally frightening. I just realized the dwarf over there is actually a wanted criminal with a 5,000 gold piece bounty on his head, alive.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah. Now I've made arrangements with Eli and the bard over there to capture him for part of the reward, which of course I'll be sharing with the rest of the party.
Do we need them? I mean, yes, we need the rest of the party. I mean, do we need the?
Best considering, I'm going to take just a leap here and say we're not carrying our automatic weapons with us to the party.
I think it's safe to assume, or you at least have them set up here, because if you probably try to fire them right now, you'll probably knock yourself out because of the sanctuary spell.
Yeah, good point. Plus, yeah, I'm not sure how our weapons would interact with the sanctuary spell. That's something we were never able to quite test in the lab.
I'm assuming, like, mechanically, we'd have to, make a save to be able to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
but
and there might be like a knockout effect because this is a place of high-level wizards, even if there's not actually a high-level wizard here.
And so I think we're going to need their help to pull it off. I just wanted to let you know in case something goes sideways, just so you know what's going on and who to swing at.
Okay. Well, perhaps I should go gear up, and then one of you convinces him to go for a little walk. Eh?
Keep that as a backup plan. We haven't worked out any details yet, but that's a good plan. I may grab you for that. In the meantime, we have to try and not look suspicious.
I was busy doing that.
Is she angry about the whole thing with the truck and the flaming femur guys that we were talking with earlier?
I think we've moved past that.
Ah, good. Excellent. Diplomacy.
Something like that, yes.
Good job.
Okay.
Okay, good talk.
Exactly, that was...
Try
Unfortunately,
desperately
that
to awkwardly end the conversation.
Exactly. Dr. Hans, I think you're the one who's going to have to convince Sasha to be on board. As I'm a jerk. And that's what you're doing literally at the same time she's talking to Laszlo.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'll kind of make for sure that he doesn't run away. Like, I'm just going to really put in his head that if he tries hard enough, this elf will go home with him. And
Your lineage! That'll take like 10 minutes.
yeah, and I'll try to convince her just to keep him talking. I'll kind of just give her a wink, right? So I'll go grab Sasha. It's like Sasha. Hopefully that, like, oh no, like I'll knock on the door to TJ, like, Sasha, are you busy? I know better.
I'm standing there like, what do you want?
I found money. That's money. Also possibly a new friend. It could go either way. Or both ways if we're smart. Well, I found a dwarf that's on the wanted poster, and I don't think anybody else has found out. Now, since we're here as are we here on a mercenary contract? I just want to say we're here on a mercenary contract. This means whatever spoils of war we can find, we can split. Yeah, see?
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, see? So
You have this thing that they made in America called roofie. Put someone out.
We could try. We could try. I think actually he's very amicable, and I think we could convince him just to come with us.
Well, do you have
If we get lucky.
Yeah, I see. It's not that hard.
Now, here's what I'm thinking.
I'm assuming I have a room in the inn, right, or something. Deal?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, get everyone together and hide in my room in my inn, and I will bring them with me.
Yes. Yes. So he's also kind of sweet on this elf girl. So.
Don't worry. I'll make sure he forgets about them.
Yeah.
Russian woman.
Yes.
You know what it means to be a dwarf digging for diamonds. Yes.
and you know, there's always, a 2-for-1 deal if you catch my drift.
He could achieve the championship belt.
Listen, I know I can take a lot of things, but a boy and a girl at the same time, even I have limits, you know. I'm saying.
Like Dr. Hands like this pulls out a little notepad, takes a note. Must test theory. Okay, so I am the most horrible. I am changing my alignment to chaotic evil.
No, it's more like lawful evil for science.
It is
It
kind
really
of more
is
like
lawful
lawful evil.
Maybe even neutral evil. Like, yes, sometimes it's for science, sometimes it's just sort of quirkiness, but it's evil.
I apologize.
It's curiosity.
I apologize. I do not want to play my character anymore. So I've lost control of my character. Wait, how did that happen?
Drugs.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Okay. So now that more or less everybody's on board, Tweet's on board as well for some reason. Because he's been listening for time. Hey, nobody noticed when he moved in.
We're working together, though. That's because I got a separate motive.
Okay. Then here's what we'll do. We will, I guess, start the montage and see what happens. Okay.
Cool.
So, I will let you guys figure out your game plan now that you have a group together. And we'll see what you guys' plan are, and I'll base it on the party, what you guys plan out. Who rolls when, where, and how.
I also like the idea. I really want to run with this idea that even though we're doing a skill montage as a group, that me and Dav are doing this without realizing that each one of us doesn't know.
Yeah.
That works.
We are working for the same goal without even realizing it. Yes.
I like that. That adds a serious serendipity.
We are terrible.
Oh, yes.
Not great communication skills. Not.
We trust each other. Wait.
Sort of.
Can you imagine trust exercises with this?
Okay.
Just no. I'm not even gonna know.
Okay. If we need to narrow him down, I do have a room that'll disorientate him, Eli says.
Excellent. That'll help.
That'll help. That's a rupee. So.
Am I there when Eli brings this up?
Sure, because he's kind of huddling behind Dr. Hans and Sasha. He's not The only reason he didn't get heard by the dwarf is the dwarf is too busy monologuing about his lineage to the woman, elf woman, who's just like, she's at her point where if she were rolling her eyes, they'd be down the road.
This room, is it within the sanctuary? Is it? It's called.
Yes, it'll just be over here. It'll be in I-8, the room. It's a very special room. It might be hard to get a hold of him afterwards, but by the time he's disorientated, I think you'll be able to pick him up relatively easily.
But we cannot. If it's within the sanctuary, as you say, I don't see how we could take advantage of his disorientation.
Okay, what I can do is I can give you items to actually, be able to restrain him and possibly even hurt him a little. I can't kill him.
Oh, I see. Well, we don't want to kill him.
Exactly.
Okay, then I will pull these out. You might not want to use those weird bang sticks you were using earlier.
Go bang.
Okay.
No, we will keep our wands in our pants.
That is a good thing. Because the last thing you want is premature wandulation.
Better wizards than you have lost buttocks.
Yep. So many unnecessary wild magic searches.
Indeed.
Automatic spell failure. Oh.
Can I cast my first level spell of See Alice, please?
Okay.
Fuck, we are horrible, horrible people.
We are horrible humans.
Yes, we are. But that's okay. Because I'm pretty sure Storm Giant Thunder was never meant to be like this, and that's part of the fun.
Yes.
Okay, Tweet is
You've
now
never seen Storm Giant's Thunder like this.
Anyways, Tweet's on Delisa's shoulder, and they're just sort of hanging out now. And they got this, both of them have this evil grin on their face. Almost like they're going to enjoy this a little too much. Capturing this ass wipe.
So my suggestion for a plan would be Sasha and, well, my suggestion for a plan would be Wynn finally gives in to him and takes him to room I-8, and then we're all waiting there to stun and disorient him.
Okay, that works. Okay, so I will let the PCs do the rolling, and the NPCs will just sort of respond as per fiasco, just because I think it'd be more entertaining that way. And plus, that cuts down my rolling ability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who wants to have the first roll?
Well,
Wait a minute, but Sasha's got a different mindset, though.
Yeah, she does. I think this is going to be like, come to my room. No, come to my room. No, come to my room.
Okay.
Of the skills that are operative here, I think that the only one I'm good at is perception, so I will size him up.
Okay, sure. If you want to have the first roll, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Oh God, yes.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, you don't only recognize that this is the guy in the wanted poster. You think you know his weakness. He is a bit of a lush.
Well, I already have a head start, but perhaps he could be part of the contest.
Dun dun dun. Okay. So what are you gonna do exactly? Or is that your round thing?
I think that's what I'm doing for now, but I will pass on what I've determined.
Okay. Who's next?
I think it should be either Leo or Jason.
Sure.
And then we're back and forth, back and forth.
That makes sense.
Okay, so either way, we need to get him in a room somehow, right?
That is correct, as far as I know.
Can we just say that the elf is still giving him a real cold shoulder?
Yeah, trust me, she doesn't like elves at the best of the time, and he should, dwarves the best of the time.
I'll kind of just start consoling him and suddenly have the eureka moment at his side, because I kind of come back after talking to Natasha. I was like, kind of like ask him how it's going and stuff, and he's probably more like, "Oh man, this elf ain't going." I was like, "Listen. I found something else. Elves are nothing. They have the ears, but I tell you, I have this lady, and you know what she told me? She told me that you could dig for diamonds at any time at her mine."
Hubba.
And she's really into girth.
Just quoting Leo. I must stress to the internet. I'm just quoting Leo.
Exactly. Okay. She realizes, yeah, oddly enough, you've convinced him that Sasha's more his type.
I'll kind of leave the elf lady like a gold piece for her trouble, because I'm an asshole.
Okay, that's two. Two
That's a good
successes, no failures. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of the disadvantage for these things because honestly, it's more entertaining this way.
Oh, it's so much more entertaining. Okay.
So it's my turn or whose turn?
Well, I think it's up to you, Chris, but I think my turn next and then Sasha.
That works. I'm not gonna.
I of course am gonna try and throw monkey wrenches. I don't know what's going on, but I have the information that Laszlo's given me, so I'm going to try and convince Sir Dwarf there that what elves and women of all races really appreciate is a man who can drink. And there happens to be that puny little human over there that thinks he can throw down with hobgoblins and dwarves, and you might want to go over there and teach him a lesson.
Okay, make a check.
I'm going with persuasion. 14.
Make it by the skin of your teeth.
Ah.
Yay!
Oh, really? No orange broad or frickin' massive mound of muscle is gonna outdrink me.
And then as soon as he leaves, I head over to Win, and I'm like, we've got a plan. If you lure him into the first room on the left through that hallway, we can get him.
Okay, Sasha's turn. She was enticed at you until Daft Pip said a word and he went to the bar.
I walk over to him and I'm like, because he was the one that was, I walk over to him and I just grab him and pick him up and go, turn!
I'll make that an athletics check, but sure.
Alright.
You found a way to bring athletics into it. Good job.
Okay. Oh God, yes!
We found the alternative.
Okay, because I want to use it, because I want to show it before you grab it there. He comes up kicking and screaming. Well, no, he's actually kind of enticed in this point. And because I wanted to, you enter a room that looks like that. Does everybody see it?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's a Scooby-Doo room.
You got it!
Totally.
It's literally. Oh, I see the Cartoon Network sign. It is a Scooby-Doo room.
Literally.
Okay, roll 1d8, somebody.
I think Sasha. I think Sasha should roll.
Oh, no, you're right. Leo's definitely with
Okay. Unfortunately, I was going to have this so you have to chase him down, but instead, Sasha is looking for, a bed. And about 6 minutes later, he's gone through every single one of those doors and random locations that keep to teleporting to different locations. And she gives out with a totally frazzled dwarf. Everybody succeeded in the skill montage. Sasha can take it because she's a goddamn scary woman. Comes back with an unconscious dwarf.
Comes back with unconscious doors. We didn't need any drugs. He's just exhausted.
No.
Okay, he's out to lunch. And the heroes are there, and Eli, because he's kind of a bit of a tool, says, "That was my plan!" Oh, really? You're kind of hot for a human. Oh, really? Aw, someone hotter for true love.
Also,
okay.
I understand it. Eli's sort of against the whole miniaturization of animals too.
Yeah, it's like so uncruel, to shrink animals down so they can't fend for themselves. I agree completely, baby. Do you want to go hear some harp? Don't mind if I do. Aww.
Want to go hear some harp?
Okay. Now it's over. Are you guys leaving with your stunned dwarf? Are you gonna put him like in the back of the frickin' into the hatch or what? Or
We definitely should find a place to keep him for the night.
Yes, we do.
Well, where can we? Do we know where we could collect the bounty from? Where we would turn them in?
That's
you'll have to go to Miramar to collect the bounty.
Okay.
Is where it was actually offered there. But once you get there, you should be able to get your money. Mind you might have trouble getting them there unless you tie them up or something.
Yeah. I think we'll tie him up, throw him in the back of the Studebaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, perfect. Mirabar's on the way.
Right on. It's actually where you're supposed to pick it up there, which is horrendously convenient.
It is so convenient.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
That's
This
not
is
a
the
twist.
best party ever.
Side quest.
That's when an older wizard and a female older wizard show up at the front desk. Eli says, "Oh crap, it's my parents' run." Okay.
I take my beer and the dwarf and it's time to go.
Well, yeah, Sasha's the one that's carrying it there. I will leave it
Teresa,
at that.
some other time. I look forward.
Exactly. I am in such crap, but I will see you later. Okay, so
That was a good night.
Okay, I think that's a good place to stop it for the break, unless you guys have anything else. Oh wait, it's a little early. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's get you on the road.
On the road again.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we if you want, we could break here.
Okay. So, just to get an idea where everybody is, let me grab the map. We'll put everybody there. Yeah. I think I'll go a little bit further here. I think I'll get you guys all the way to Miramar with no events because that was bloody entertaining. And,
You're never going back to Long Saddle.
oh, good lord, no. Now, I'm going to assume the tweet came with you, but Delicia did not, because that's kind of his job. But now that you know kind of one of the secrets of the story, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. Okay?
Well, didn't I get that job from that one lady to kill that lizard guy?
Oh, absolutely. And he will be a later occurring character because, target.
Got it.
So, at this point, you enter Miramar. Just so you know, it is a... Let me just grab the ticket here. It is one of the richest settlements in the north by far. It's atop a grassy knoll on the north side of the Mira River, like an unsaleable fortress, enclosed on all sides by slope-water walls is through there. Defenders can fire arrows from atop the walls, or in winter pour water down to make ice slides. There's no shortages of stone or forestry. Even the docks have battlements and fortifications. And the first thing you notice is there's a whole bunch of dwarves.
Ah,
These could be a problem.
well, no, not really. I mean, most of the time dwarves are okay.
Yes, but he may be a friend of our bounty.
That's a good point. We probably shouldn't mention our bounty.
Okay,
Well, it's supposed to be turned in here, right?
that is correct.
Right, exactly. So we won't mention him. We'll just take him to the local bounty office, wherever that is. Bounty office?
Okay,
Where would that be?
good question. Maybe there's a local constabulary or something like that. Dwarven settlements.
Ah, good point. Let's
Mostly
start with, we'll start with the sheriff and or whatever the gnome name for sheriff is.
Sheriff, because it's
Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Sheriff?
Okay.
Or just pronounce
Oh,
it
yeah.
differently.
Why not? So basically, you enter the settlement. No, here's a little bit of a problem here. The first thing you notice is this is designed for pedestrians, not cars. As you pull up.
Forgot this.
And if you remember correctly, the ice, we're supposed to be at the frost giant here somewhere.
Right.
In order to make the great scaling, and unfortunately the mountains aren't exactly car accessible either. So I'm gonna let you guys stew on that one.
Do I have gnome connections in Mirabar? I don't remember.
Roll a charisma check. 13 or more, yes.
Okay.
You probably will have connections. I just don't know how good your connections are. This will be the last place to resupply. Oh god,
Nice.
yes, you have great. In fact, there's a small troop of gnomes that actually live here on a regular basis, acting as liaison for the local area.
Oh, perfect.
So you're gonna practically get away. Well, I wouldn't say get away with murder, but let's just say you have people if they need to, I don't know, take the car back and put it somewhere safe in storage in the short term.
That's what
So you get back to rodent territory.
All right, so I'll make arrangements with my contacts to take care of Lucille, and they should probably be able to put me to the local constable as well. So
Okay.
hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Actually, one of you should probably come with me, Sasha.
Okay.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
good work.
I'll
with
stay
the,
with Weevil.
with the dwarf.
Now the good news is, it's kind of short, but you're kind of shortish for human, but not like especially. And Sasha's not exactly. How tall is Sasha anyway?
I don't know if I put that over there.
Yeah, no worries.
Pick a height.
I'm probably used to like hunching over my whole life.
Yeah, it's a standard. Actually, if anything, you have more headroom than you do in normal settlements.
Yeah,
By about a foot. Okay. So you go into which essentially is the consulary, where Officer Ironfang is basically watching over his shift, making sure the paperwork's done, because dwarves are methodical when it comes to paperwork. This is well established.
Absolutely.
Can I help you, stranger?
Constable Ironfang.
Yeah?
I'm looking up the name. I am Davpip River Rider of the Far Deep Forest, son of Camarilla River Rider and Scalar Gellenboom. I come to claim a bounty on one Warvel the Weevil.
That bastard? You got him?
Yes, well, correctly, my friend Sasha here got him.
Did you have him like over your shoulder or something, tied up or something?
I assume we didn't bring him with. I assume
No,
he's back at the car.
I think we're discarding him back at the car for now.
Okay. Okay, I'll get a couple of my boys, and where is he picked up?
A couple of my friends are watching him on the outskirts of town. We didn't want to bring him in.
Okay.
Without an escort, of course.
Okay, I will bring me and the rookie, and we'll bring out there. I'm just going to let my boys know in case this is a trap, you understand?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Sharif Ironfang, okay, comes out. What the hell is that?
Gnomish contraption.
Figures. Bloody gnomes. Building things with wheels, but no carts.
I know. We're a little nuts that way.
So where is he? I don't see him.
I open the trunk and pull now.
That is a fiendishly incredible contraption.
It is. We would much prefer to keep them in more humane circumstances, but,
Okay, let's pick him up. I'm sorry, I gotta do this one more time. Close the trunk, open it again.
I open it back up.
He's like magic, yes.
I'm impressed, it rises on its own.
Yes.
I'll let the boys know about that.
Completely without gears or mechanics either. It actually works on gravitational. We have a mechanic to hold it down.
Oh, check this thing out. I'm holding the keys. I like it. Toss me the keys, and I wave my foot underneath the back end and the trunk pops open. See, this is if your hands are full to put shit in.
Yes.
And you should see the cigarette lighter.
I'm gonna have to let my buddies know this. Who knew gnomes had such great contraptions?
I know, right?
Well,
Wow.
everybody, right?
Well, we don't always let everybody know
I'm
everything.
trying so hard not to fuck this whole thing up.
You too can have one of these as well for a super low price of 1 million gold.
Oh, it's so
I'll
good.
talk to the clan elders. They might be interested.
It is so good. I am not GMing right now. Oh my god.
Okay. There's a good chance there might be a future episode called Hot Rodding Dwarves. We'll get that later. Okay. Just because, adventurers.
Oh, instead of top gear, we call it small gear.
No.
Oh my!
A dwarf, a gnome, and a halfling. Yes.
Who are you? Are you the Stig? No, they don't call me the Stig. I'm the Twig. Sorry, that's terrible.
Small legs, but big hearts, man.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Okay, anyways, they bring him back. They clamp in irons, but he's actually, just as a precaution method, they bring him back here. Okay, we don't normally do this. We're gonna have to send a runner. He brings over a chest of gold, then yes, it's 5,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit, paradise.
Okay.
He's been probably in there. He actually killed an elder. He was on the run. He hurt somebody in Waterdeep. We've been wanting this little bastard for a long time.
And Dr. Hans just shakes his head. It's like, man, he was almost a good guy.
Aw.
I lost a friend today.
What, are you gonna write it in your diary?
I will. It's also good. I cannot say because I do not want to fuck this up. Man, it's so a good idea. I'm not GMing this right now. So, let's move on.
Yeah,
Enjoy your
you want to get back on the rails.
enjoy your criminal scumbag. It is good doing business with you. Should you ever need anyone else brought in, you should let us know.
Yeah, seriously.
Actually, here's a bunch of frickin' bounty listings here.
This is a whole bunch on the trunk.
What the hell? If you manage to get them, it's all yours. Just realize that there's only so many funds here. Now, I'm not going to list them until later, but you now have a random bounty table.
Ooh,
Okay.
random bounty table.
Okay.
Bounty table.
Just
I'm okay with random bounty table.
I will do that
It's
later
right
here.
next to the random giant bag table.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, basically it's a D percentile chance. Is there a bounty on him?
Is there a bounty on the random person we come across? Do you have a bounty?
Yeah,
I'm just a little boy. Yes, you have a bounty on you. What did you do? I stole some apple. What's the bounty? 7,000 gold pieces. Get that kid.
It suddenly becomes
Golden apples.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
golden apples, exactly.
exactly.
I have the power of immortality. Suck it,
Well,
bitches.
Tell you what, you can go ahead.
Shit. Oh no, Jason wants to not
Big
go on
fuck, kid, Johnny Appleseed. This is what we do with Johnny Appleseed in Russia.
the...
And that's when they learned Ivan Schmorkenseed. The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh no, I want to save it, but man. So last week everybody else was like, we need to get off the rails. Jason's like, I want to stay on the rails. Now this week Jason's eyeing one of the items in his inventory, going, do I actually want to stay on the rails?
Oh.
I don't want to waste it, but I want to waste it.
Yeah,
Well, if
understand.
you don't use it, it will be wasted.
Okay. Then here's what I'm gonna do. Now
But
that
there
we're
may be
kinda-
fun opportunities with it amongst the giants.
Well, yeah, well, the thing is, I think these people are telling the truth about the dwarf. I think the dwarf is a bad guy, but I don't know.
5,000 gold says he is.
If only there was some way to read his mind and find
I
out.
know.
And on that note, I think that's a perfect place for a break. It's now 6:30.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Okay. So in the next part of the adventure, you will need to run into Harshnag, and we begin the long voyage towards the Eye of the Allfather. Okay.
So,
So,
yes.
is there anything else? Yep.
we shall be back shortly. Please stick around.
Come back soon.
Expect shenanigans.